You get it? Get what I'm doing? Because it's the name of the movie?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Come on. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. Don't Look Up is a movie I was super excited about. Adam McKay, Leonardo DiCaprio, Meryl Streep. So, is this movie good? We're going to talk about it. Spoiler-free review. Two low-level astronomers must go on a giant media tour to warn mankind of an approaching comet that will destroy planet Earth. Like I said, you've got Leo, Meryl Streep, Cate Blanchett, Jonah Hill, Jennifer Lawrence, who may be one of the biggest roles in the film, Mark Rylance, Timothée Chalamet, Ron Perlman, Tyler Perry, Ariana Grande, Kid Cudi. I could keep going because there are more people in this film. Mark Rylance's character, by the way, it's unlike anything you've ever seen him play. But when it comes to the cast, they're excellent, as they always are. Now, I'm not going to look at the performances and say Oscars across the board here. They're really good, but the kind of story that McKay is telling here, it's one that balances comedy and the dramatic beats in a way that provides them things to do. Leo has one moment in there where he gets extremely emotional, and I said, if he gets a nomination, that's the scene that's going to play, right? But it's going to be hard to fit most of them into the top fives of the supporting and actor-actress. But let's get into what the actual story is. So essentially, Dr. Randall Mindy, played by Leo, the character of Kate, played by Jennifer Lawrence, they discover, and it feels like completely accidentally, that there is a comet headed towards planet Earth. It is going to impact Earth, and the repercussions of that, well, they're going to be massive. So they're trying every way in the world to tell anyone and everyone they can, but to do that, they have to kind of filter all of this through the government and our president, played by Meryl Streep, the oblivious people at the top of the government, the person in charge of NASA, who really, they don't even know what they're doing, right? And across the board, you can draw parallels to things that, we've seen before in politics. And politics, in general, a great case or multiple cases made in this film as to why every aspect of it can be ridiculous at points on both sides, and I think the movie does a good job of that. So, going into this film, I've seen some worry like, oh, this movie's going to be too on the nose at times, and there are moments where it is, but it's not the moments that I was expecting it to be. For me, the moments that feel more forced in this film are the comedic beats, which is strange because Adam McKay, he's known for his top-notch comedies, and as of late, he's been doing these dramatic films that carry and balance comedy and drama extremely well. At least one of them, comedy and drama, extremely well. And then you look at Don't Look Up, and I thought for sure this movie would intertwine and interweave both of those drastically different genres seamlessly. And that's why I was looking and pointing at this film saying, this is going to be a Best Picture contender. I could feel it in my bones that I was going to love this film. But for some reason, I didn't love it. And I'm seeing a lot of people love it, so I feel like I'm in the minority here. That's okay, all right? I have to be honest with you guys and tell you that the comedy did not land near as much as I expected it to because a lot of it feels shoehorned and trying its best to cater to specific audiences, whether it be including cringeworthy references to 2021, like when it comes to technology and using our cell phones and how things can spread so wide throughout social media and the jokes that spawn from that. It's not necessarily those sequences and those instances. It's more so the comedy that comes from those moments. I just wasn't laughing. And it's not built to have you, laugh out loud, oh my gosh, these gut-busting laughs. It's supposed to be more subtle, a chuckle here, a chuckle there, and there have been a couple of movies this year that have captured that. But for some reason, I found a lot of these moments, I think specifically back to Meryl Streep's president and her son in this film, played by Jonah Hill. There's a little bit of back and forth when Leo and J-Law, I'm going to refer to them as their actual names in case you haven't seen the movie, they kind of encounter them. They're meeting for the first time and telling them about this situation. And, within that, there are some aspects. I think Jennifer Lawrence is giving a great performance in that moment because she's so urgent. She's like, listen, guys, this is going down, this is happening, and no one is paying attention to me. So, constructing this review, I don't want people to look at it and say, well, he clearly doesn't understand the parallels. No, I do, and I appreciate a lot of that. And I like what McKay was going for, but when you're giving us some of those moments, and I love Jonah Hill so much, but some of those little quips weren't landing in some of these scenes when they go to the news station at the desk and they're trying their best to get the word out there. There are just some elements and small jokes implemented here and there that just didn't really work. You know, in a comedy, when there's a little bit of a pause for laughter, not that this movie had those dramatic pauses, but there were times when, I expected to laugh. I wasn't laughing, so it felt more awkward than anything. So I think my big issue with this movie is I didn't find it as funny as the movie wanted it to be. And then you have two drastically different tones here. So this film gets so emotional, and drawing those parallels to real life, thinking throughout the film, this is coming, our impending doom. And Adam McKay, made it a point to say in behind the scenes interviews, we're making it evident that we're tying it into global warming and things like that. And some of those dramatic elements, they worked extremely well, but then we'll go off on these, what feel like unnecessary subplots, a bit of a romance between Leo and Cate Blanchett's character that I thought just took up way too much time. And I understand that you have to make this as human as possible and give our characters stakes, but they make a big effort to bring in Leo's family in this film, and that relationship that is never it almost feels pointless for the rest of the film. It's taking time away what I was more focused on. So again, it's like every character, every scene, every series of scenes, there's a really good moment or a really good line of dialogue and a handful of jokes, and especially within the banter, that had me cracking up. I mean, I was laughing, genuinely laughing, but then the rest, and it's a comedy at its core, because that's what most, not all, I'd say 65% of the film is going for, so I have to judge it more so as a comedy. The dramatic beats are there, but it's spliced together in a way to where the filmmaking doesn't necessarily feel like it's up to par, at least for me. And I already know this may spark some controversy, but I have to be honest with you guys and tell you that I wasn't as in love with this film. Now, again, I can find a lot of things to like in here. That's why I'm not going to go negative with my review. But hyping this film up in my head on the level that I did, well, it causes for some disappointment, even though I can absolutely see what they were going for. And a lot of the great moments within that buildup come in the third act, where there's some true emotion, some great relationships showcased. That's when we get our really great moments from characters, and it's to the point to where they're all pretty much pulling their hair out of their heads saying, we've done everything we can to tell you that this is coming and this is happening. No one listened, no one tried to do anything, and then we get somewhat of a feeling of peace within these characters when a lot of them begin to accept it. So that's great. So almost part of me wishes it would have leaned way more into the drama than it did, or just go full comedy, because you're breaking up those comedic beats with these dramatic beats, and because both of them aren't delivering on the level that they should. I know I've lost a lot of you guys, and if you enjoy this movie, that is absolutely okay. That's the beauty of film. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this review. If you like this channel and what we're doing, be sure to drop your thumbs up, show your support, or just leave a comment. What did you think about Don't Look Up? Are you excited for it to come to Netflix? It didn't quite land like I had hoped it would. The comedy occasionally works, but there are so many misses. I like the idea of tackling something serious and interweaving comedic beats, but it never feels seamless. Overall, the cast is still rock solid, and certain moments do hit hard. That's why I'm going a 62% with my score. It's my expectation level. If I give some random movie a 62%, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'm happy with that. But with this film, I personally wanted more, but it's an open forum for discussion. I need to know, what did you guys think of it? What is your film this year that you may be in a different boat on than everyone else? I think that's okay. Maybe I'm just saying that because I feel this way, but I truly do. I would love to know, what is your movie this year that nobody's talking about, or what movie is everybody talking about that you didn't like? I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you soon.